Hello everyone, welcome back to this so video. Okay, so it's my turn to update you with the market update. Okay, sorry, this week a bit late because yesterday I was busy outside, so I don't have the chance to do the recording. Anyway, back to STI. If you remember last week, we are looking at a potential consolidation, which had happened, or rather is happening. And from today's candle, the next step for STI to drop, which I've drawn over here, may not happen because the candle, if today closed as a strong white candle, it is in fact a strong indication or good indication that STI may continue to go up towards this level at this 3288 thereabouts. Okay, so if it can close as this nice white candle and a breakout. Of course, when I say this, I also assume that there isn't any bad news, because if there's any bad news that comes along, any good chart will also turn into a bad chart. So if you look at STI here, why do I say that STI has a higher chance to be bullish? Because now STI seems to have a double bottom formation and is breaking out from this resistance at 3225. Okay, so it is breaking out. Currently it is at trading at 3228. So there's a chance for it to be bullish. But of course, if there's any bad news that comes along, like for example, on Monday, US government shutdown, then you can see all the bullish sign will be negated. Now, a lot of people misunderstood that technical analysis is 100%. You have to be Jun, or rather your observation when you see the chart movement must be 100% and must be accurately correct. Okay, so yeah, so I got a feedback, people telling me, hey, why you tell me double bottom breakout? And luckily I never follow you because the stocks didn't go up. But I must say that if you see the situation, like for example, this particular counter at UOL, okay, UOL, if you were to look at the situation here, it is a bullish sign. I cannot tell you this is a bearish sign. If I tell you this is a bearish sign, of course, then that must be something wrong with my analysis. Why? Because this is a white candle and the stocks is breaking out from the resistance. Now, I also must take this opportunity not to remind everyone that not to twist the fact, where some people would take that, a breakout become a bearish sign because some stocks eventually breakout fail and go down. So they always take breakout as a bearish sign, right? This is a resistance breakout, but it's not the case. You cannot take one or two failure of a bullish sign to reverse it and take it as a bearish sign. This cannot be the case. If not, then you will be like I grew up with this Hong Kong cereal, and this Hong Kong cereal, there's one is what this character called Dong Xie Xi Du Ou Yang Feng, this guy, right? He actually take the martial art book and then train it reverse way, and then in the end he got crazy and he don't know who he is. So you cannot take this as a bearish sign. And if the stocks fail to continue the bullish sign, there must be a reason behind it. And the reason behind it is UOL is very sensitive to interest rate because it is a property developer, right? It is a company that took a lot of loan to develop land. Okay, so the US government says that they are going to maintain interest rate at the high range for a longer time. That's why UOL fell on this bullish signal and it went down. Okay, and if you want to know why UOL was forming this double bottom earlier before this was because the US market or the market was anticipating a rate cut, a much earlier rate cut than anticipated or than the Fed mentioned. Okay, that's why the market thought that it's time for the stocks to be bullish again, because the property market hasn't really cooled down a lot, and the stocks has a chance to recover because the price for the properties are still hovering at a high. So this is the thing that I just want to feedback lah. So yeah, the thing is that it may not be useful for you to view this video, because I'm just doing this for those who are interested, and I hope that I can help a lot more people. Like for example, when I posted Singtel at 240, below 240, 238, 239, and if you have bought it, you went to 248, yes, congratulations, you have made some profit. And I posted Aztec when it was just trading. Personally, I traded Aztec. It was just trading at 7.4, and my target price was 8.4, and you have sold it at 8.4, congratulations. I personally sold it at 8.05. I couldn't tell you all my trade because there is a lot of time lag between us, and then there's no point for you to know my trade. But the most important thing is you must know what you need to do. Okay, so by viewing this video is not just trying to show off what positive things that I've done, but it's to help you. Okay, it's to help you. So so for STI, okay, watch lah. And for those who are reading my email every day, thanks for doing so. And today I make a mistake because I saw the Google Calendar that today is Mid-Autumn Festival, and usually Hong Kong close for Mid-Autumn Festival celebration. But in fact, today they didn't close. So apologies. So Hong Kong continue to trade, and today Hong Kong is very bullish. It is up there, up about 400 plus points. Okay, and this is a bullish sign. Of course, you can see it's on a downtrend, and in order to be bullish for this index, it must go back to 18,777 points in order to negate the downtrend or to change its trend. So let's see whether Hang Seng can do that successfully. Now back to stocks. I'm going to go through some of the stocks that was posted in the email, and let's do this. Okay, Sets. Okay, so some time back, which is I think on the 15th of September, not too long. So I mentioned that Sets is trading at the support level, and we are looking at Sets potentially rebounding to 265. And if we can break out above 265, then we potentially can see much higher range, maybe towards 283, if we can cross 277. Now you can see that the Sets did not successfully test 265 in the beginning, and then it started to pull back. And today it rebounded back towards 262 high. And it really needs to go up to test 265. Why? Because if it failed to do so, of course, the trend has already changed to side, and there might be chance for it to go down, right? If especially when it comes down to 253, there is a risk there to retest this major support. So if it doesn't come down to 253 and stays at 262, let's see whether it can break out eventually. Now you must remember that if a stocks stay at the level too long, is also no good. Why? Because it means that the market is pondering, is waiting for its time. Waiting for what? Go up or go down? So which direction? Do we know? We don't know. Frankly, I can tell you, I won't know, because at any point of time they can just change their mind to dump the stocks. Okay. So the next stocks that I highlighted was Singtel. Oh yeah, I mentioned Singtel earlier. Well, this was when it was trading at 236, and then my target was 248. Okay. For those who have taken profit, congratulations. Then next is Senko Industry. Now just update about Senko Industry here. Okay. The other time we were looking at these two 525. So like I mentioned, if it's stuck at a level too long, which means that the market is waiting for what? Either to go up or to go down. Okay. So what happened is that you look at Senko Industry here. It has been struggling at 525 for a few days. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days. 525, 524, 525, 524, 525. Now this is where people will call and complain to me. Hey, wow, what happened to these stocks? How come it doesn't move? Right? Angry die me. Right? So yeah, so sometimes you must give some patience to the stocks. And like I say, when the stocks trade at level too long is no good as well. Why? Because if it cannot go up, of course, stock market, there's only two directions, either up or down. If it cannot go up, means it's waiting to go down, right? So if you see this counter, which is struggling at 525, eventually decided to go down to retest this support at 505. Okay, 505. So it retest it. And now my concern is at 505, whether can it rebound? It cannot keep hovering at 505 because the longer it stays there, there's a chance that it can go down. It's like the layman example is like you lean on a door in your house, in a room. Okay, once the door open, whether you open from the inner or the outer, if you open the inner, then you'll fall into the room, right? So then this is where similarly the stock price will go down. If you open outer, then you'll bounce you out, right? Propel you out to the other direction. So then it's like the stocks will go up. So it's the same, right? So it's now if the stocks stays at the support level too long, it's like it's leaning on the wall, waiting for the chance to break down. Of course, if there's good news, then it will break out lah. Okay, so to cut the long story short, so I do not wish to say too long, but just to let you know that watch out for 505. If it failed to rebound successfully back to 525, then you may want to embrace for more potential downside. Okay, next will be Civmec. Civmec is still hovering, consolidating, waiting for its time. So it can be a breakdown or it can be a breakup. Okay, so we want it to really make a decisive movement soon. But the key movement that we are looking at is 82 cents resistance. Once it breaks out from there, then we can see more upward movement. Then Food Empire. So Food Empire was forming an inverse head and shoulder and has a target of 114 to 118 lah. So here, let's see how does Food Empire perform. So Food Empire went to a high of 112. Right, you notice Food Empire has a characteristic that worth noting. Every time it has a long white, the next day will be black. And then you will stay at the low for a few days before another long white comes around. And then a black again the next day, and then it stays at the low for a few days, then again, repeat, again, repeat. So if this is a long white, then the next few days will be, black, then stay at the low for, the next day will be black, then it will stay at the low for a few days, then before it go up. Okay, so it touched the 113 high, very close to my target, but I hope that it can reach 118 so that everybody can what more lah, for those who are vested in Food Empire. Okay, then next, again back to Singtel. Yeah, so Singtel went to 248 high or 259 it touched, and now it's back at support level, and really need it to be more convincing, because you can see it's stuck at this support level for too long, and you really need to break out from 244 to 248 again in order to start the change of trend. Okay, so this one, Singtel, you really have to buckle up. So the good news about Singtel is that KKR invested in one of their data center, or took 20% or took some percentage in their data center business. So some analysts say that this is a positive sign for Singtel, and could help to increase the dividend payout. So we shall see what happened to Singtel going forward. Now, iFast, you look at this trend line. Unfortunately, this trend line did not manage to hold. right? And it is on the way down. So you got to look at this support level here at 565. So if you break down further, this ascending triangle pattern is going to fail, and the next trend remains unknown. Okay, of course, based on the current value, we are looking at seeing this IFAST maybe going for a downtrend, a short-term downtrend before it decides its next move. Okay, so it's very important for us to continue to monitor what it will be the next movement for the counter, especially if you are vested, right? Capac, Capac. Well, I mentioned there's a hammer here, and really need to push and close above 676. So Capac, if you enter at 676, you have a small profit lah. Now currently trading at 683. Right, congratulations to you in advance, just in case if Capac go up higher to retest $7 resistance, which confluence with this uptrend line now turn resistant. So when uptrend line breaks, it become a resistance. So uptrend line support then become a resistance. So in order for Capac to be very strong, it must actually breaks above 704 to proceed to 723. Okay, so this one keep in mind, watch for the resistance level if it can continue higher. Next will be ComfortDelGro, yeah. Okay, ComfortDelGro. ComfortDelGro 130 is a very tough resistance for it to break. So you have tested almost 3 times already. And the next resistance will be 134 to 138. It is on the recovery. I must say ComfortDelGro is a recovery play. Why? Because all you know that everything in Singapore is going up. Bus fare is going up. Water is going up. GST is going up again. COE is forever higher. Everything is forever higher, right? Yeah. So to the point where, you know, yeah, it's like every day you will see that everything is going higher lah. Yeah. So what you want to see is that if this higher in fare can help ComfortDelGro to improve its balance sheet or their results, which the report says so, then 130 resistance may break going forward and then continue higher towards 138. Okay, so eventually if it can hit 152 will be the best lah. So let's see whether ComfortDelGro can continue to do so. Currently hasn't break out yet. DBS, UOB. Okay. So when the banks are low, of course, there's a few things for you to do. One, if you want to trade this counter, of course, you can look for support too long. Two, if you want to do investing, keeping the banks for dividend, well, they pay pretty good dividends. And DBS currently is trading as support and has rebounded from the support level. And resistance to watch is 3448. So let's see whether DBS can continue the good work. So you can see why it was highlighted, because confluence of support for DBS, and it seems to be running up. And then of course there's a chance for rebound. UOB has a resistance that I'm keenly watching, 2850. So this 2850 resistance, which is currently broken, needs to stay broken. Why? Because then we have a chance to see UOB hitting 2933. Now another comment that I get is that, people tend to ask me, hey, 钟亮, 2933 is a resistance. What is the next resistance? Oh, then I will take a look at the chart and tell you accordingly lah. So I'll tell you that 2965 will be the resistance. Okay. Then the feedback is, wow, Zhong Liang, lucky I never listened to you to wait for 2965. If not, I will miss all my profit not selling at 2933. So I'm wondering what went wrong with my communication. Well, I don't think I'm a very popular guy, but my technical analysis, I still so far see quite accurate lah, not 100% lah, cannot be 100% lah, maybe 70-80% will be there. Okay, of course, a lot of people is asking 100% from me lah, but I have to say sorry because yeah, I can tell you a good percentage of success, but the rest is still up to you lah. Because if you want 100% from me means you know, I am like spoon feeding you lah. Yeah. So of course, I hope that I can do that, but unfortunately, I don't have that 100% crystal ball lah. I have 70%. Okay. Now anyway, coming to SGX, here is support level. Okay, so today, today we are looking at the rebound towards 977, and if we can close 977, then 998 will be the resistance to watch. So the gap to fill will be very important. Why? Because only can fill up this gap, then it can go up higher. If we can't fill up this gap, then I'm so sorry, SGX is not going higher. Probably you're going to continue to hold to collect more dividend, which is very good still. Okay. The 70% that I mentioned, of course, I must show some proof lah. Like for example, every day I update levels. I thought about S&P 500 hammer. Well, you know, should help to retest neckline. Okay lah, may not be 100%, but at least last night S&P 500 shows me a nice white or green candle. Then yes, the neckline is here. So we shall see whether it can continue higher. So how S&P can go there? One example is the US government don't shut down lah. Okay. All right. So thank you for viewing this week's video. Appreciate your likes. And yeah, if you I mean, as usual, a lot of people tend to skip the video until the end. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for clicking and viewing. Okay, goodbye.